Okay, the Detroit Lions just keep making moves, and there's an under the radar move that I wanted you to be aware of. We just went out and signed a running back after the draft. Now, this running back is elite, and go figure, has an ACL injury that he's recovering from. Going to be fine at the start of the season, but Brad Holmes went out and found him. Now, remember, running back room, we've got Montgomery, who we signed in the offseason. And then we drafted a running back. We trade Swift. So really only have 2 running backs right now. Then you've got Reynolds and some guys like that. But you need 3. You have to have every game you have to have 3. So let me show you this running back that we got. It's from Minnesota. Mohamed Ibrahim, running back. He's a 5th-year guy. He's been around. He could have gone pro last year, decided to come back, gets injured. He's a little bit slower, but has good size. 5'8", 200 pounds. He's smooth, zone back, blah, blah. Okay, right, all this stuff. Excellent pass blocker. He's not a guy that's going to come out of the backfield and catch a lot of balls, but he can pass block and he can run the ball. Just what you want. Now, here's what I absolutely love about him. If you go down to what coach had to say, where is it? Okay. PJ Fleck said, Mohamed is part of this core 4 that they have, blah, blah. He's like, talk about Mo. He could have went to the NFL after tearing he's talking about them last year. After tearing his Achilles, I'm sorry, it's not his ACL, it's his Achilles. I think we all saw it. He had 170 yards in the first half against Ohio State and was primed for a huge season. Then he hurt his Achilles, decided to come back, not only for himself, but for his teammates. That spread through the entire team. By the way, he is a captain. And blah, blah. Mo could have gone to the NFL, as he would say. 5'8" is 5'8". He's not getting any taller, but he did it for the team. He came back, one of the best backs in the country. But more importantly, he's one of the best people you will ever meet in your entire life. His leadership has become really infectious based on real world experiences. And then it said that he could have been a 5th round pick. And we get him after the draft, undrafted free agent. So we just added to our running back room because Craig Reynolds is, again, one of those guys that's a great story. But at the end of the day, he's undersized, not very fast. But he's a good story, and he's a good player. Then I'm not taking anything away from him, but we've got to elevate the room when you can elevate the room. And this guy absolutely does that. He's an undrafted free agent, like I said, so he has to earn a spot, and he's a long way away. But the point is, this guy should have been in the NFL 2 years ago, decides to come back, hurts his ACL, so then he gets his Achilles, so then he has to come back for a 5th year. But in his early game when he could have went pro, the dude goes for 170 yards in the first half against Ohio State. So he had a lot of good games. He was a key player for the Golden Gophers. And the big thing is, this isn't a small school guy, right? He's playing in the Big Ten, running the ball good, 5'8", 200 pounds. So he fits that short yardage, maybe Jamal Williams, let's see what we can do type of guy, because, again, we need 3 running backs. There's no doubt about that. So I like him. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did you ever hear about this guy? Do you like this guy? We're going to keep adding players, and I like when we add players in that are undrafted free agents that fit some needs. It's like, because you always want to go, hey, best player, let's grab some talent. But that's actually a need that we have. So let's build up some running back, the competition in the running back room. This guy absolutely does that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on him. More videos to come on this, and excited about what the Lions did overall in the draft. And that's kind of the big thing for me, is the Lions rounded out their team in just 2 years. Think about how bad this roster was when Brad Holmes took it over, and then it was bad, and then he had to make it almost worse, right? He had to gut it in order to start rebuilding it. So he guts it just 2 years ago. We are horrible. Now this year, all of a sudden, you're rounding out your team. What I mean by that is you're getting Jack Campbell to round out your linebackers. Your running back room is greatly improved in free agency in the draft. Secondary, greatly improved. Offensive, I mean, you just started to get guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on this running back and anything else from the draft. Love to hear from you, and we'll see you on the next one.